Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the new car that they dropped in GTA 5 Online. It is the Audi 10F. This car in real life is based off of the second gen Audi R8. It's going for $1,675,000 and has an in-game top speed of 126 miles per hour when fully upgraded. Here's our first look at the car. I think it is gorgeous. If you guys have ever seen Audi R8s in real life, they're just beautiful cars. And stock alone, it handles pretty well. It's actually fairly decent at drifting. So that's an exciting part of this car. But the customizations of this car is going to be incredible because the thing just looks beautiful, at least in my opinion. So we went right in and I wanted to go with a more subtle look on this car. So obviously we put up the engine upgrades and the brake upgrades, and I ended up going through here quite a bit. And if you guys know me on the channel, I love my carbon. So whenever I do customizations, I don't always go with a primary or secondary, add-on or even forged carbon. I just like to keep it carbon because then it keeps the black accents of the car. It just looks a lot better. So yeah, I just ended up going with the carbon choices. I love the bumper delete here. That's an interesting style choice. Did the level 4 engine, of course, the titanium exhaust, and then I really like the spec hood. I thought I just added a little bit more character to the car. We did the full layout, obviously, for the lights, and I went through all the liveries, and I didn't really like any of them. Let me know if you agree. But yeah, they weren't really my favorite, so I just kept it normal. Of course, we got to go with the carbon mirrors. That's an obvious. Plate doesn't matter, of course. The respray I ended up leaving till the end because I like to build the sort of design of the car first and then go for the color after. None of the hoods really appeared to me too much. When I see a lot of forged carbon on the car, I just don't think it looks the best. I could be, an outlier or a minority on that, but it's not my favorite. So when I have these choices, I go with just regular carbon instead of the forged carbon. I think it gives a weird... It looks cool in real life, but in the game, I think it doesn't quite come across as nice. So, and then of course you gotta add skirts. I like the winged skirts, so we ended up going with that. And then I ended up choosing the street spoiler. Now, later on, you'll see that I actually took the spoiler off because I thought it just looked better without the spoiler. But for the very beginning, I wanted to try out a spoiler regardless. So we did that. Tinted out the windows, and then for the color, I ended up choosing the midnight blue. I knew I wanted to go with a blue look. I thought the midnight blue is a nice deep blue. We have the black, matte black is our secondary color, and then the trim, of course, we have to go with the midnight blue as well. You can't really tell from outside just because it's not a bright blue. It looks more like a black or a gray, but that's fine. I actually tried a new underglow color, the blacklight color, because it has more of a purple tint, and so I actually went with the slate blue to sort of go with that similar theme. I thought the carbon solar wheels were also another close, second, but we went with the Super G rims with that slate blue, which it sort of mixes, it brings out a little bit more of the purple in that midnight blue. So let me know what you guys think of this build in the comment section down below. I personally love it. Like I said, later on you'll see I take off the spoiler, but the blue tire smoke mixed with all the hints of purple in the car, I think just really, really does look good. So first thoughts on this car, just drivability. Pretty quick. Like I said, 126 miles per hour is the top speed when fully upgraded. That's not even in the top 10 for fastest cars. But it is faster than most cars in the game, which I do like. Handles fairly well, so I gotta say it's pretty decent when it comes to that. It does have a little bit less traction than other cars, which does allow you to actually drift around corners, which is a fun sort of addition to the game, I think. So that's not a real takeaway. For other cars that you'd want for racing, I think that would be a takeaway, but if it's just something that you want to have fun driving with, I really like the fact that this car is able to drift and just slide a little bit more because the traction on the tires is just a little worse than others. So here's some footage without the spoiler. I think it looks much better. It has one of those like automatic lift and retractable spoilers. I think some of the McLarens, Bugattis, and Lambos have it in this game, so it's a nice little addition to the car, but I think taking away the spoiler actually makes it look a lot better, a little bit more realistic to real life. So Let me know what you think of this car in the comment section down below. For roughly 7 million, considering how much money most people have in this game right now, I think it's a total buy. Compared to other cars that you could pick up for that same price, I think it's an awesome deal. So, ton of fun to drive, very quick, and looks incredible. Probably the looks of the car is my favorite thing. So, with that being said, that's all for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.